Here at John the Baptist Community School, we are actively engaged in the process of reflective practice. We believe it is a vital element in continually developing our teaching practice and the learning outcomes of our students. In 2014-15, as part of our promotion of teaching and learning in our school, as well as part of our self-evaluation process, we decided to focus on the area of assessment, specifically on the implementation of effective questioning strategies. From the outset, it was a whole school approach, collecting data from all educational partners, teachers, parents and students to inform this decision. We established an assessment team comprising of 6 members, 5 subject teachers from a range of different disciplines and 1 deputy principal. This team met once a week at a timetable meeting to discuss learning strategies, design possible templates, trial them with students in their own classrooms and offer feedback on their effectiveness. We also presented these strategies at staff meetings and during Croke Park hours, where we encouraged staff input and suggestions. The reason we decided to focus on questioning is that we believe questioning strategies are a powerful means of deepening the learning experiences of all students in our classrooms and of enabling students to embrace their role in learning as self-directed learners. Ultimately, the aim was to deepen the thinking and learning of our students, to encourage them to become self-directed learners and to equip them with a collection of questioning strategies which will last long after leaving our school. As a team, we decided to implement 3 key questioning strategies. They included 5 W's and 1 H, Bloom's Revised Taxonomy and De Bono's Thinking Hats. There were 3 guiding principles underpinning our decision regarding what strategies we would implement. They were that the strategy is effective and worked well as a learning tool, that they were efficient, easily adaptable with low preparation time, and that they held true educational value, enriching the thinking and learning process. 5 W's and 1 H is a method of asking questions to probe for depth within a topic, by asking and then answering the key questions: who, what, where, when, why and how. By answering these questions, it gives students a broader picture of the topic and equips them with a specific tool for planning an answer. The 5 W's and 1 H strategy has proven to be an effective method for use in a variety of contexts in teaching and learning. It has been used before introducing a topic to establish the student's prior understanding. It has been used in planning a written response or an essay to probe for additional detail. It has been used as an aid in revising a topic or in completing homework. It has been used in planning responses in state exams. It has been used in group work situations to engage students in a fun manner, and it has been used by classes to revise a topic using the grid template or the fan template. It can be easily adapted to students of various ages and abilities. For junior years, we implemented the 5 W's hand template as it is concrete and easy to relate to. It is also easily accessible as it is included in the student journal. In this format, students use the template to extract the main points from the texts, and then they are encouraged to develop these further in partnership with their literacy policy, with an emphasis on keywords and spelling. The cube template also works well with junior students as part of a peer work or group work activity, especially in the languages such as Irish, French and German, where it has been used to develop the students' vocabulary and to promote fluency of spoken language. For senior students, the 5 W strategy is used in the grid format using Bloom's Taxonomy action verbs to promote higher level thinking, or it can be layered, where it can be used to develop very detailed responses. By layering it, students initially use the strategy to organise a mind map around who, what, where, when, why and how, and then apply the 5 W's and 1 H strategy again to each of those responses to get increasing depth in their plan. The students then use this plan to produce a better quality answer. We also implemented Bloom's Revised Taxonomy to raise awareness within students of lower order and higher order questioning, and that the type of questions they ask lead to different quality answers and deeper responses. One of our students designed a Bloom's Taxonomy poster, and it is now displayed in all first year classrooms, on the back of all students' journals and in the teacher's journal also. Bloom's Taxonomy has also been used to differentiate class activities, offering students a range of possible activities to engage with the topic, ranging from lower order thinking skills such as remembering and recall, to higher order creative engagement involving analysis, evaluation and inventive composition, drawing on students' innate passions and interests. The third questioning strategy we implemented was De Bono's Thinking Hats, which breaks the thinking process into 6 components: facts, feelings, benefits, cautions, thinking about thinking, and creativity. This strategy is an invaluable teaching tool and a brainstorming framework to broaden their perspective and to look at a topic from wider viewpoints. It is particularly useful as a strategy in exploring topics with an ethical dimension, such as stem cell research, genetic engineering, and perspectives on war, marriage, and beliefs. Students find De Bono's Thinking Hats a very useful strategy, as it allowed them to understand a topic and learn the reasons behind it, take into account personal opinions, and look at a topic from many different angles, including all the advantages and disadvantages. In 2015-16, the assessment team decided to build on effective questioning strategies and to focus on reflection. We believe that by reflecting on their learning and making it explicit, students will gain a greater understanding of what they understand, what they do not understand, and the thinking process necessary to bridge that gap. Being able to reflect on and take ownership of one's learning and learning how to become a better learner are key elements of the junior cycle key skills. We implemented a number of reflection strategies, including the 3-2-1, the reflection arrow, and the tweet board. The 3-2-1 strategy and the reflection arrow are often used in conjunction with the students' mini whiteboards. 3-2-1 is a strategy where students identify 3 things they've learned, 2 things they're unsure of, and 1 question still remaining at the end of a lesson. They often display this on the tweet boards using post-its or on their mini whiteboards. It can be easily adapted. For instance, instead of asking 1 question still remaining, it can include 1 method you would use to improve your understanding by tomorrow's lesson. It may also be used as a homework exercise where students bring it into class and use it at the start of the next lesson. The reflection arrow involves students reflecting on how they are learning, self-assessing their learning, and rating themselves on where their understanding is at and how to improve. The arrow is based on a number line linking in with numeracy. It has been used in a variety of ways. To establish students' previous knowledge and to reflect on their understanding before a new concept is introduced. It has been used at the end of a lesson as self-assessment. It is used in homework to assess their level of understanding and to build on this. It has been used immediately after completing a test to assess how they feel they have performed before the teacher offers constructive formative feedback. Most recently, it has been adapted to rate the students' preparedness to learn when they enter the classroom, to raise their awareness of whether they are focused and alert, and this promotes higher levels of student engagement in learning. The tweet board is a strategy to encourage student reflection and feedback. It is often used in conjunction with the 3-2-1 strategy. This provides clear feedback to the teacher and is very effective in encouraging students to reflect on what and how they've learned. The tweet board is also used in conjunction with the reflection arrow, where the students are asked to reflect on and self-assess their level of understanding using the arrow, rate it, and write down 1 way they will improve upon this number by the next lesson. In this current academic year 2016-17, we are building on the progress made so far on effective questioning and reflection, and we decided to focus on success criteria. This is where students reflect on their learning, self-assess and rate their level of learning using the reflection arrow, and then identify the gap that exists between where they are right now and where they can progress to, and how specifically to improve their learning. We designed a template based on I must, I should, I could. Using the analogy of a cake, I must refers to the basic ingredients, I should refers to the filling for added flavour, and I could refers to the icing on top. Students describe the strategy as the difference between an okay, a good, and an excellent response. The original design was in bubble format, but as we implemented the strategy, we became aware of the need to cater for linear thinkers, and so we amended it and included a variety of templates that take into account the rich variety of student learning styles in our school. Some of the other templates proved to be more effective for senior students also, due to the level of description required and the space necessary to facilitate this. In many cases, following the use of the reflection arrow and identifying the success criteria, the students then redrafted their work, producing deeper and better quality response. All of the aforementioned strategies are active learning methodologies that are effective, efficient to use, and have true educational value. They are embedded within everyday classroom practice and are also supportive of junior cycle reform. They have helped to deepen the thinking and learning of our students, and they've encouraged and empowered them to become self-directed learners who understand the way they learn and to step into their roles of leaders in the learning process.